Imagine living in a world where one empire controls nearly everything you know. Its armies are unbeatable. Its roads connect entire continents. Its cities are filled with wealth, technology, and culture. For centuries, Rome was the most powerful civilization on Earth. But then something incredible happened. The empire that seemed impossible to destroy slowly collapsed. How did the greatest empire in history fall? Let's find out. At its peak, the Roman Empire stretched from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south. It surrounded the Mediterranean Sea and ruled over tens of millions of people. Rome wasn't powerful only because of its military. The Romans built roads, aqueducts, bridges, and cities that amazed the ancient world. They created laws and institutions that still influence modern societies today. To many people, Rome looked unstoppable. However, beneath the surface, serious problems were growing. One of the biggest was political instability. Emperors came and went with alarming speed. Some were assassinated. Others were overthrown by rival generals. During the 3rd century, the empire experienced a period of chaos in which dozens of rulers fought for power. Instead of focusing on governing the empire, leaders spent much of their time trying to keep their own positions. The economy was also in trouble. Maintaining such a massive empire was incredibly expensive. Soldiers needed to be paid, roads repaired, and borders protected. To raise money, taxes increased. Many citizens struggled under the growing financial burden. At the same time, Roman coins lost value, causing inflation and weakening trade throughout the empire. The military, once Rome's greatest strength, began to change. Recruiting enough Roman citizens became increasingly difficult. As a result, the empire relied more heavily on foreign soldiers and mercenaries. While many fought bravely, their loyalty was not always to Rome itself. Internal conflicts weakened the army, and in some cases, Roman troops fought against each other instead of defending the empire's borders. Meanwhile, powerful tribes were gathering beyond Rome's frontiers. Groups such as the Goths and Vandals increasingly challenged Roman authority. In 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. Rome was sacked by the Visigoths. For centuries, the city had stood as a symbol of power and security. News of its fall shocked the ancient world. If Rome could be attacked, perhaps it was no longer invincible. The situation became even worse with the arrival of the Huns. Led by Attila the Hun, they created fear across Europe and pushed other tribes toward Roman territory. Pressure on the empire continued to grow. Then, in 455 AD, Rome was sacked once again, this time by the Vandals. Each invasion exposed the empire's growing weakness. Finally, in 476 AD, a Germanic leader named Odoacer removed the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, from power. Historians traditionally mark this event as the fall of the Western Roman Empire. An empire that had dominated much of the known world had come to an end. But Rome's story did not end there. The Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, survived for nearly another 1,000 years. Known today as the Byzantine Empire, it preserved many Roman traditions and continued to influence history long after the West had fallen. The fall of Rome was not caused by a single event. It was the result of political instability, economic decline, military challenges, and foreign invasions working together over centuries. Rome teaches us an important lesson. No matter how powerful a civilization may seem, its future is never guaranteed. Empires rise, empires fall, but their legacy can survive forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what do you think was the biggest reason for the fall of the Roman Empire?